I hate it here. I want everybody to go home. Dad, you know what? We can do this really quickly. There we go. There we go. Shuffle, shuffle. I have tried to film this intro like for the last hour, and it's just been going terribly, and everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. And I wanted to film an intro with my whole family.
It's just you up in a
Actually, the washing machine was being loud. Dad went to the toilet loudly. Then Harry started to walk through the door.
Oh, Harry!
Sorry.
Right as Dad opened a packet of crisps. A lot has been
That's
happening.
not stuff going wrong, is it? That's just us being here. Shall we leave? Shall we go back to England? We've come to the other side of the world to visit you.
I know, and now I want to tell a vlog that. Welcome back to my channel. I'm joined with my family, and of course it's chaotic because how else would it be? We are in Melbourne, and this is going to be an exploring Melbourne with my family vlog. It is going to be basically me being a tour guide for 3 days, and then right at the end we are heading to the Melbourne Grand Prix. So it's going to be a really exciting vlog because there's a lot going on. Obviously, as you can imagine, anybody that's just landed into Australia, you don't really know what's going on, you don't know where you're starting. It's a lot, it's overwhelming, and this vlog encapsulates that energy. So yeah, welcome to the vlog. These guys are back on my channel and they're back in my life.
Yeah.
We have just finished having our first breakfast here. Here is Mum. And now the agenda for the day is a little walking tour of Melbourne's must-see sites. So I'm probably not going to film very much because I honestly feel like I've done this about 6 times. Obviously we did it when we first came to Melbourne, and then we did it again with Joe, and we did it with Eve. So I'm not going to film loads, but we are going to go to Hosier Lane, we're going to go to the Botanical Gardens, we're going to go to the South Bank and just do like the stuff in the city centre today. And then maybe this evening, if the weather stays good, we might also head to St Kilda. So that is like a rough plan. For now we're just having a little wander around. Thankfully the weather is holding up, which makes a really big difference when you're walking around Melbourne, because if it's raining it's just not the one. Harry's having a great time. We're in Fed Square and they've got these rolly chairs, and honestly these just provide hours of entertainment. I've seen people in these before, but I've never sat in them myself. I think on a night out this would be the funnest walk home. Not really too sure what's going on here, to be fair. We are doing a little lap around the Botanical Garden. This is my favourite part of Melbourne, to be honest, so I do always bring people here, but it's for good reason. Also, the sun flare on my camera lens is actually inside the camera lens now. I think I've got a grain of sand in the camera lens, so that's really not good. I'm sorry about that. But we are just going for a walk, really. It's nice to be like out of the actual city centre because the city is very, very busy right now. Like, although it's obviously nice to be showing them around, because the F1 is on, the city is packed, like really, really busy. Let me clean the lens a bit. Yeah, that's the football stadium. It looks like Epcot. This one is the football stadium, and then that is the MCG, which is the cricket ground with the big floodlights. That's where I saw Ed Sheeran. And then over here at the back you can see the Rod Laver Arena and the John Cairn Arena, which is where the tennis was.
It's all together.
Yeah, all together. I like that about Melbourne. I think it's good that it's all in one place. This is actually so bad. Whatever I've got in my lens is, look at that. You see the sunspot on the camera lens there?
Oh yeah.
But that's in the camera.
Ooh. How have you managed that?
I'm not sure.
Oopsie.
Bit not good, that.
This is like Central Park to New York.
Yeah, a little bit. Cheers! Tell me the F1 is on in Melbourne this weekend without telling me the F1 is on in Melbourne this weekend. It's weird, close up. They're bigger than I thought, actually. These guys are critiquing why it's not a current car, apparently. It's the classic shot at the Shrine of Remembrance, just because every time I'm here I say it, but I do mean it. This is a great view of the city, but I have been here several times now. It's very surreal having these guys here. I honestly can't believe that they're like actually here in real life, do you know what I mean? And this is a place that's like, I've been to so much, and now just randomly my mum and dad are here. And Harry.
I keep thinking about that big sky I've seen so many times before, but it's something else today.
It is day 2 in Melbourne with my mum and dad. We are going to go for breakfast, guys, at the cafe that I actually worked in. And Harry, sorry, I keep saying my mum and dad because it's easier to just say my mum and dad, but my mum and dad and Harry, my entire family, we're gonna go to the cafe where I actually work, so it's gonna be really nice and also really weird, like going on and not working there, but also nice to be able to like put a place to a name, if that makes sense. Like obviously I've told my family about like where I work and like the guy I worked with and like what the cafe is like, so like to see it in real life is gonna be cool. And then today we actually have a very exciting plan, but I will chat you through that later on. But right now I'm just excited to go and get coffee because the coffee here is very good, if I say so myself, which I can because I don't make the coffee, so it's fine.
I was just gonna say maybe making it.
No, I can't make coffee. We are just on the Docklands. Here are the family. Here's my coffee. So the cafe I work in is actually on the Docklands, which is obviously why we're here. Really nice area, as you can tell. This is kind of the backdrop, and also like I said, the coffee's great. I've actually got another one to take away because it is going to be a long day, and I didn't actually have a coffee. The first one I had was a chai, which was very nice, very good. These guys are chatting about all things graphic design. Dad, are you flagging today, Dad?
No, I'm alright actually.
You're not tired? You look a bit sleepy.
Saving myself later.
Saving yourself for the
It's going to be a
penguins.
long day, isn't it?
It is going to be a big day. How are you finding Melbourne so far? You're in like 48th hour of being in Australia nearly.
Really good, actually.
You like it?
Yeah, it's a lovely city.
Yesterday Dad compared Melbourne to Chicago.
Yeah, it has Chicago vibes about it. Chris will agree with me. I'll have a discussion with Chris next week when I see him.
We're seeing Dad's friend who he works with, who lives on the Gold Coast now, which is actually really cool. But he's been to Melbourne, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Used to work there.
Oh really? Yeah, it's a very like metropolitan city, is that the right word? It's like built up and like modern skyscrapers. Doesn't feel like how London feels. Cosmopolitan, that might be it.
Well, it's metropolitan because it's a city, but it's cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan.
It's a bit of everything vibe going on.
Yeah, it's a bit European, it's a bit American, it's all very new, like it's not an old city at all. Yeah, I think first impressions.
That's a bit old.
Parts of it are old, but not really.
But Victorian old.
Victorian, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Victorian and Victoria. And did you know if you live in the state of Victoria, you're described as a Victorian?
Yeah.
So you'd be like, oh, I'm a Victorian. I feel like it sounds really funny.
Send your children with chimneys.
So I never actually explained what was happening here, but basically my parents' one request that they wanted to do in Melbourne was the day trip over to Phillip Island, which is pretty famous for being able to see penguins and other famous wildlife. We actually also stopped at a koala sanctuary, but this was their one request from things that they had seen us do in the vlogs or me do the last time I was here, and it worked really well because Tom and I haven't actually been here since living in Melbourne either, so we headed off on a little day trip to Phillip Island. There we go, guys, a wild koala. Hello. Can't really see it, just looks like a big ball of fur in the vlog, but like trust me, that's just a koala sitting on a branch. The weather is not on our side today, guys. The raincoats are out for everybody other than me who didn't bring one. I mean, I've got a brolly, but not thriving. But we've seen some koalas, we've seen some kangaroos as well actually, some wallabies. Oh, this one's quite low down. Yeah, look there, right there. I'm not drunk or lazy. I'm just saving energy. I need to sleep for 20 hours a day due to my low energy diet. So that's Harry. They are quite well camouflaged, guys. I always used to think like, how is a koala camouflaged in a tree? Because a koala is grey, but they actually are really well camouflaged. That's a way better view. That is a way better view. That is massive. Hey, that's probably like the most awake I've ever seen a koala.
You're lucky, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So cute.
What did you just say?
Some prime.
Harry wants to feed the koala prime, as in the drink. We all look our best right now, guys. How do you feel about seeing a first koala up close?
I mean, I wish the weather was a bit better.
Yeah, me too. I wish we didn't have these hoods up. Guys, I think the back end of a koala is so funny. It's like square and it doesn't have a tail, and I feel like it really should have a tail.
Butt shaming a koala.
Butt shaming the koala. Yeah, he's like, look at it. But they are so cute though. They actually are really cute. Behind the scenes of Harry's Instagram. Are you enjoying yourself?
Are we going all the way around?
Come and visit us in Australia on a summer holiday, they said. Scarborough vibes.
To be fair.
Yeah, Mum brought a bobble hat. You've got to see the funny side of this, you've just got to. Hey, the sun's sort of coming out. The sun is sort of coming out. It's giving English East Coast vibes, guys. They're so foggy that you can't even tell the difference between the sky and the sea, really. dinner is served with a generous portion of cheese, and I am actually very happy about this because I'm starving, guys. I've not had lunch. Tom's got pizza, Harry's got tagliatelle. No, what's Harry got? Thank you. We have just had dinner here, guys. It's called Isola di Capri, and it is an Italian place right on the coast in the town of Cowes, which is where we are now in Phillip Island, which is like the main town. Really, really beautiful. And guys, we've got so lucky because it stopped raining. Stopped raining, and we're going to the penguin parade. So guys, Phillip Island is famous for a penguin parade. I've vlogged this before the first time I was in Australia, but Tom and I have not done this again since being in Australia this time. And basically, as the sun goes down, so many, like thousands of penguins come up out of the ocean onto the shore of the beach, and you can sit and watch it here on Phillip Island. And it's a popular touristy thing to do. I've done it before, but nobody else here has, so I'm very excited to like see their reactions. The only downside is there is a camera ban, so I'll see if I can film anything. No, we're not at the beach yet. I'll see if I can get any footage, obviously like subtly and without the flash, because it's the flash photography that is like banned. So we'll see what happens, but I don't know. Yeah.
I'll be really disappointed. Is it like a Disney one?
They're not, it's not like a Disney parade,
everyone dressed up as a Disney
but it is called the Penguin Parade. So we're just walking along the boardwalk down to the beach now. Guys, we've seen some before we even get to the beach. Look at them hiding under the boardwalk. They're so small. It's the smallest species of penguin in the world here in Victoria, Australia. Good morning, guys. Today is Sunday the 2nd of April. I can't believe it's in April already. I didn't vlog yesterday just because... Actually, Mum, do you want to come and tell a story? Go tell your story while we're in matching tops. But yeah, basically yesterday was Saturday, and Mum and her friend from when you were how old? 21? Yep. Reunited for the first time in 30 years? No, 20 years.
You were a baby the last time we saw her.
So she lives out here in Australia. She actually lives in Adelaide, but she flew into Melbourne so that we could meet up and so that Mum and her could catch up yesterday. How lovely is that?
So lovely.
Honestly, I was there with them when they reunited, and it was like they just saw each other last week.
Yeah, it was actually.
So unawkward. It was just like you would not know 20 years had passed. But
I mean, I've spoken to her in 20 years.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But yeah, no, they keep in touch, but obviously they've never really crossed paths again since.
Not since she came over last when you was a baby.
When was that? 2001? Yeah, crazy.
It was lovely.
So that was a really, really nice day, but obviously I just didn't film it because we spent the whole day with her. We went out for lunch. I did film a little clip of the restaurant, so I will insert that here because the restaurant was really lovely, wasn't it?
Really nice. She liked it as well.
Yeah, she did. This was called Yara Botanica. It's on the river if you're ever in Melbourne. If you're looking for a nice restaurant to just like sit in and spend the afternoon, this was lovely. But yeah, anyway, today is Sunday and it is the day of the F1. Mum's in her McLaren, I'm in my McLaren.
They're not.
Tom's putting Mercedes, Dad's putting Aston Martin, but generally we're a McLaren family fan. I'm not really a fan of the F1 at all, guys, but I have stolen Harry's top.
Nice, that's quite subtle.
Yeah, it's little, isn't it? He's got about 18 of these. No, how many shirts did he bring?
5 McLaren shirts.
5 McLaren shirts, so a bit excessive. And we are going to head to the Melbourne F1 because obviously with Tom and I living in Melbourne, I think even if you guys hadn't have visited across this weekend, we probably would have gone just because it's on in the city.
It would be rude not to.
And yeah, I was saying this to Harry, like even though like I went to the Australian Open, I'm not really into tennis. In the same way, I just felt like I should experience the experience whilst living here, similar with the F1. Coincidentally, they are here this weekend. Was sort of a deliberate plan, not really a coincidence.
Kind of Harry's Christmas present. So.
Yeah. So yeah, are you excited? Here he is in another.
Yeah.
I know you make me look even smaller.
Who do you think is going to win the race today?
Honestly, right, so Max had never won this race, I don't think.
Really?
As far as I'm
I
aware.
think Hammy's got a chance.
Charles won the last one, and then Hamilton won the last 4 or 5 before that.
Really?
So
We've never seen
Lewis
Max
starting P3, we've never seen Max win. I think Alonso.
Actually, I think
Where did that come
I've got a feeling about George today.
George Russell?
Yeah.
Has he ever won before?
Yeah, he's won one.
He's won.
One.
I think I'm supporting Hamilton to win, to be honest. Even though I'm dressed like this, I think
I'd like to see.
I think it would be nice to see. Well, I'm always team Lando Norris, but that's.
But he's not going to win.
If the car finish, we'll take that.
Oh, guys, just quickly look at what we've got. Look at what they've got, not me. Is it embarrassing? I think it maybe is a tiny bit.
Oh, you'll see loads of flags.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really good actually. Like,
That actually does a really good do. Harry's ready for the F1.
Looks like a green screen.
It actually does.
that's really good.
Who else is British? We've got Lewis Hamilton,
George
Russell,
Lando.
Lando. We are arriving at the MSAC, which is Melbourne Sports Centre. This is gate 2 of Albert Park. Basically how it works is there's like loads of different gate entrances. We've picked gate 2 just because this is where the tram was running to. And yeah, we're heading in. Luckily guys, the sky is blue. Yesterday it rained, I was like, oh. But today, pretty good weather. There we go guys, we are at the Melbourne F1. Currently the F3 is on, it's very loud. Here are these guys, there are those guys. Oh, no they're not, where are they? Oh, there they are. There's Harry. We can spot Harry a mile away because he's dressed himself up as the Union flag.
Just patriotic again.
Okay. Melbourne is really pulling it through with these sunsets, guys. I'm actually shook at how lovely each evening has been while we've been here. The sunsets have honestly been unreal. Sat directly in the sun, guys, so this isn't the best lighting you've ever seen, but I'm gonna end the Melbourne vlog here. I never actually summarised the F1. I'm probably not the best person to summarise the F1 for you. What happened?
It was chaos. There was 3 restarts.
Yeah. Is that the first time there'd been
Cars dropped out.
3 red flags in a race? Yeah, so basically guys, I'm sure you've probably seen it, you don't need me to tell you what happened, but in case you don't watch the F1, for the first time ever it was red flagged 3 times, which meant it had to restart 3 times. 10 of the drivers didn't finish. It was literally chaos. Like every Grand Prix I've been to 2 Grand Prix. It's always been pretty eventful, like it's just a lot going on. But it was a really, really good day. We were super lucky with the weather. Obviously didn't film that much of the actual race because what could you see? Like, do you know what I mean? Going to spectate at the F1 is more about the atmosphere than it is about the race, because like you see the cars go past you for about a second, like they whiz past you. So didn't film that much of the actual race. Yeah, I'm gonna end the Melbourne vlog here because we have actually moved to our next location, which is where I am sitting now. You will have seen it on Instagram, but just in case you don't follow me over there, I'm gonna leave it a surprise. This is actually going up like 2 weeks later, so you've definitely already seen where we are. We're in Sydney now, so I'm gonna be vlogging that separately. If you have enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. It's been so lovely to show my parents and my brother around Melbourne. Obviously Tom and I have spent the last like 3 months living there, so we know that city really well, and it was like having them in our little home, which was really, really nice. Excited to move on, excited to vlog somewhere else for the first time in a couple of months, and I will see you on my channel in the next one. Bye guys.